Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Dear my students, grade 8, let's go on and complete our unit number 9, lesson number 2. Inshallah, in today's lesson, we are going to practice grammar together. But before we move to our lesson, here we have an exercise. It's a revision for the vocabulary that we have studied in the first lesson. Here we have 5 words and we have 4 sentences. We want to write them in the correct place. Here we have the word pass, nearby, cruel, outwit, innocent. Okay, let's read the sentences and take your time to write the correct word. The first one, do you know a hotel? We have a space here, the village. So here you have to look at the relation between the hotel and the village. So what is the best choice here? Number 2, that wide-eyed, we have space here, look, reminded him of a fairy tale princess. Okay, look at this one carefully and you are going to answer this. 3, his treatment to his horse is hard and hard. So we want another word that is near the word hard. So what is the word here? The last one, the thief could, we have a space, the police and he got away with his loot. Okay, take your time and write the best word for each one and come back to revise with me. The first one, do you know a hotel? Okay, that's right. So nearby the village. So the hotel here, nearby the village. The second one, that wide-eyed, look, he says look here. So reminded him of a fairy tale princess. So what about the look here? Do you remember? We have said this one many times. Excellent. Innocent. Innocent. Third one, his treatment to his horse is hard. And we have said that we want a word that is near the word hard. So what can we say here? That's right. It's going to be cruel. Okay. The last one, the thief could. We have a space here, the police, and he got away with his loot. So what here? We want a verb here. Excellent. It's going to be what? Outwit. Outwit. Now let's move to page 70. Here together, we are going to practice grammar today. Today, inshallah, we are going to speak about reported speech. But we are going to speak about one point in the reported speech. It's called imperatives. Okay, when you give commands or orders. When we report someone's words, we use 2 different ways. When we want to say what someone has said, we can use 2 ways here. The first one, we can use direct speech. Direct speech. And when we use direct speech, we have to put what here? Quotation marks. If you look here, these are called quotation marks here. So when we use quotation marks, it's called what here? Direct speech. The actual words of the speaker. When I say what does mean direct speech, it means what? The actual words of the speaker. But we can use reported speech. That's right. Or we can call it what? That's right. Indirect speech. Like this. He asked me to close the door. So we have 2 different ways to report someone's words. Let's read some examples to understand our lesson. The first one here. Get off the donkey, said Juha. If you look here, we have 2 quotation marks. So this one is direct speech or reported speech? That's right. It's going to be direct speech because we have quotation marks, said Juha. When we want to, that's right, to transfer it into indirect speech, we are going to remove the quotation marks and put 2 plus infinitive for the positive sentences and not 2 plus infinitive for the negative sentences. Like this one. Juha asked his son. You are going to remove the quotation marks. We don't have negative here. So you are going to link with what here? 2. Get off the donkey. You are going to write it without any change. Look at this one. So the sentence becomes what here? Juha asked his son to get off the donkey. 2. Later he said, don't listen to them. This sentence is negative or positive? That's right, it's a negative command here, negative order. He has told him not to listen to them. So he asked his son not to. So when you have the word don't here, you are going to change it into not to and complete your sentence. These, what we have said again, we can use direct speech with quotation marks, like this one, as we have explained. Close the door. If we want to change it into indirect speech, it's going to be what here? He asked me to close the door. So he asked me to, we are going to link using to here and complete your command or order here. Okay, the next one, get off the donkey. As we have said, we have quotation marks here. So this one is direct. How can we change it into indirect? So Juha, he says what here? Said Juha. So Juha asked whom? His son. And here this one is positive. We don't have negative here. So to get off the donkey. Okay? Next one. Later he said, don't listen to them. I'd like you to think and write the answer before I say it. I'm going to explain it again and try to write it before I say it. Later he said, he we speak about Jaha. That's right. So here said it means what here? Asked his son. The sentence here is a direct one. We have quotation marks here, and here we have don't. That's right. It starts with don't. So it's going to become what? Excellent. Not to listen to them. So the sentence, he asked his son not to listen to them. Let's study more examples here to understand. If you look here, we have commands here, affirmative or positive, like go to bed. This one is reported speech or direct speech? Direct speech, because we have what here? That's right, quotation marks. If we want to change it into reported speech or indirect speech, so he told me or he asked me, as you like here, depending on the command itself. This one is positive. We don't, or affirmative. We don't have negative here. So to go to bed. Excellent. That's right. Next one. Don't go to bed. So we have what here? Don't. So the sentence is what? Negative. Excellent. So if we want to change it or transform it into reported speech or indirect speech, so he told me instead of saying don't, we are going to say not to, and to complete your sentence, not to go to bed. Okay, now let's practice here. Okay, let's check our understanding here for the reported speech. We want to choose the correct answer. Don't go near the fire, said the father. So the father asked his son. Okay, here, don't go near the fire, to go near the fire, not to go near the fire. I'd like you to look at the sentence. What do you have here? That's right, we have don't. What should we do to transform the sentence from direct speech into indirect speech? Excellent. I hear some students say this one. We are going to use what? That's right, not to, because we can't use don't the same. And this one is negative, so we have to write not to, not only to. So the best choice here, the father asked his son not to go near the fire. Next one, help your brother, said the mother. So the mother asked her son. Here, look at the sentence. This one is positive, but I'd like to say something here. You have to look at the pronoun here. You have your, okay? So we have to change it as well. We cannot leave it the same. So the mother asked her son, the same in the three sentences. Here we have to help his brother, to help my brother, not to help his brother. Okay, let's exclude this sentence. Let's remove this one. Why? Because this one is what? That's right, it's a negative sentence. Well done. So we have this and this, the first and the second. Here, to help his or my brother. Okay, he speaks, yeah, about yes, that's right. Yes, so the mother, excellent, his brother, because the mother says this, okay? His mother says this. Next sentence. Go to the doctor, said Salwa. So Salwa told her sister, I'm going to leave you to answer this one. Take your time and you have the three choices. As we have learned, exclude this one because this one is positive, an affirmative one. So it is not negative, so we cannot use not to. So to go to or go to directly. That's right, excellent. Well done, because we have to link using what? To. So Salwa told her sister to go to the doctor. The next example here. Don't shout in the library. Don't, said the teacher. So the teacher told the students, this one is negative. It's an easy one. You can do it easily and faster here. Don't, so here, not to, this one to not. We cannot use it. Not to and not to. So we are going to remove the first one. We cannot use it. Here we have not to shout in the library, not to shouting in the library. Which one? If you look here, we cannot change the verb here because we have to. So we are going to use the infinitive verb one. So the correct answer here, the correct choice is the second one. The teacher told the students not to shout in the library. Okay, let's check our understanding here. I'd like you to write these requests or commands in reported speech. Like the first one, listen to your father, said his mother. The mother asked her son. We have a space here. Okay, try to answer this one. Number two, don't disturb me, he said. So my friend asked me. Think of them and try to write them in your notebook and come back again to discuss them with me. Take your time, pause the video and come back again. Okay, the first one here, the mother asked her son. Okay, here this one is positive, so you are going to link with to or not to. Well done, you are going to use, that's right, to. Listen to. Okay, we have to change your. So it's going to become what here? So the mother asked her son to listen to, yes, his father. This is our sentence here. So the mother asked her son to listen to his father. Next one, don't disturb me, he said. My friend asked me. Okay, this one is affirmative or negative? That's right, so this one is negative. So instead of don't, it's going to be what? That's right, not to. Disturb me. We have to change the pronoun as we have said. So my friend asked me not to disturb him. That's right, so this is our sentence here. My friend asked me not to disturb him. Okay, now here we have a question. It's about Juha. Do you remember Juha? We have spoken about this character. Yes, in the first lesson. Okay, the question says what? Is Juha famous in your culture? Okay, is Juha famous in Kuwait here? What other stories do you know about him? Okay, if you don't know, pause the video. You can surf the internet and find some stories about Juha and try to compare them with these stories. Okay, here we have Juha and his donkey. We have said this one. Juha and the expensive goat. Juha and the judge. Juha and the three merchants. Okay, the three traders. We have said these two questions. I'd like you to write more stories about Juha. You can visit the school library or ask your parents and grandparents. You can surf the internet and then exchange your answers with the class. Okay? Thank you and see you inshallah in the following videos.